of fears, and I want to calm your fears. I don't want anybody to ever be afraid to try a project. So I'm going to show you how easy they are. It's just a process. There's a freaking fly flying around here, really working my nerve. And I'm going to finish up this resin because I started it this afternoon and I went in to eat and I ended up eating it and taking a nap, and I never came back out here and forgot it was all still laying here. So here we are. Here we are. If you're new to me, I hope you like my style and you subscribe. I go live every Sunday, usually every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays on YouTube, and Facebook on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then we have a private group on Wednesdays. Always got, the pre-recorded fast videos and such. It's a little chilly in here. My hands are cold. My hands are always cold. Are your hands cold? Seems like all the time they are. But I'm going to finish up this stuff. We just got a couple 3D ones to, hey Lisa, to finish up here. This one is, I just topped this. I just did this one. That one's not ready yet. Hey Barbara, how are you? Hey Robin, hey Jason. I'm backwards here. I thought YouTube was straight. Does it say Surat instead of Taurus? Surat. Hey Desiree, how you feeling, hon? Just Jackie's crafting. Y'all, it was been so beautiful. I knew it was going to come to an end for about 2 weeks. Hey Carolyn, maybe 10 days. Y'all, today we got some wicked storms came in. I don't know, about 10 or 11. Hey Annette, hey Ari. And it brought the cold with it, that's for sure. Hello, Lenny Tintin. How are you? Happy day. Top of the morning to you. Yeah, I thought I was not backwards on YouTube. It's weird. It's been snow and ice for the last 24 hours. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Moose. Yes, Pink Poop Brigade. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, it's supposed to be, we're going back down to the 30s and such. Well, 40s for a couple of days and then 30s, and we're not going to see no high 70s, that's for sure. That's for sure. So I was out here earlier. There was a freaking fly in here. What is a fly doing? It's cold out. Why is there a fly? He's been he must like my hair smell or something, because he's working my last nerve. And hey Beth, and he's got to go. I zapped him. I knocked him unconscious, and I thought he was gone, but he came back to life. Hanging in there. Barbara, yeah, prayers for you, honey. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Sharon. But we're going to finish up just the resin stuff I got out. Nothing major. Hey, Sharon. Now there's something else in here. You had a ladybug in the house yesterday. That's funny. I had one on my my windowsill dead, but it was like orange. It was weird. It was weird. Hey, Luann. Miserable and icy, windy. Oh, Connecticut. Hey, Shoop. I feel like everybody's getting an Arctic freeze. Negative 20 to 30 below. And oh my gosh. Debbie, it's like where Shoop lives. Hey, Diane. You guys, thanks so much for, hello everyone in the chat, Diane said, for joining me. We're going to do a paint inlay. Hey, Jane, because I've had a lot of people tell me they're scared. I don't want nobody to be scared to do a craft. Hello, Maddox. You love Maddox? It's -1 here. Oh, God. Where are you at? What a night. Got the Pink Poop crew on the big screen. Oh, God. I need to know how big my forehead doesn't look too big tonight. Maybe because I'm covering half of it. Yeah. So, I don't know what the hell I was saying just now. I'm going to finish this resin because I went and took a nap. I love, paint inlays. I just had a lot of people tell me how they're afraid of them, y'all. They're not hard, I promise. I will tell you something's difficult, and it's just a process, Sometimes they come out great. Sometimes they're a little more rustic. That's just the nature of the beast. If you're hey Loretta, if you're a perfectionist, don't even try it. There's a freaking fly. Don't even try it because you'll hate it. This fly's gonna drive me nuts. You just got 10 inches of snow yesterday? Well, what am I crying about? We got some wicked thunderstorms that came in for about 2 hours. Rain coming down sideways, sideways. You can't wait to do a paint inlay. You ain't scared? That's right, girl. That is right. Happy Sunday, Valerie. Let me tilt you all down. Put your seatbelts on. Woo. There we go. Let's see. Is that all right? Can you still see me? You're watching the wrong one? Annie, you so crazy. Normally I schedule it and I forgot to do that. Hey Betsy, let me put you up a little bit more. The stuff, Alicia, yeah, all that behind me is wood. They're crates with 3 drawers. They came from Joann's. I think they still sell them. I think, can you guys see? Because I can't see. Got the colorful inlay of Debbie's diary. Can't remember the name. Oh, yeah, I can't remember the name of that one either. Hey, Ann. My hair is extra curly, y'all. I got some new products. Oh, you kept me chatting? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Lynn, thank you so much. I love the new release available at scrappysrustics.com. Lynn, thank you. Yeah, I got some new hair product. Well, I used this one today. It was just one step, which I liked it. But then I got a new curling iron. It's like 3/8 or 5/8. Oh my God, it's so awkward to use. I was told to be careful on the resin because of the point. Well, you know, it's just like anything we do or we use, like it's preference. I use the fast cast. I've been using it for years. Frickin' fly. Y'all, the fly just flew inside of my head. This is going to be so distracting. Yes, it doesn't smell. Like the Alumilite Clear 12-hour dry smells like holy hell. Like it has a very strong odor. This doesn't smell at all. Doesn't mean that it's not still poisonous and toxic. It is. So, you know, do what makes you feel comfortable. Some people wear not gowns, but aprons. Some people even wear respirators. Some people wear gloves. Or take it. Yeah, I need to take these down because they're distracting. No. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. That's all. Hey, Loretta. Curls look good. Yeah, so the curl is like this skinny little. I didn't do the back. I didn't dare do the back, so it's not as curly as the front. But and I'm trying to like get rid of my part, so I like put clips here and dried it. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like I'm taller. It's not as flat right here, I guess. Actually, it does look a little better. I don't know. I'm still practicing. But let me get this mixed, because you know how I do. I just got to make, that one's done. That one's done. Actually, I could top that off a little more, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. I just got to pour this big one. Maybe top these two off, maybe. And then finish this one. Thank you, Robin. I got, like I said, I got some new hair products. And plopping is my new great. I love that. Plopping is a thing. Hey, Betsy, thank you. Because you notice I don't have a lot of frizz. And I should, because it's like, it's cold, but it's humid. But apparently, like, a towel will cause friction, even a microfiber. But cotton, 100% cotton. So you basically just take all your wet hair in the product and you literally flip it all over and put it in a pile and wrap the cotton shirt. Or I mean, it look ridiculous, but it helps dry it and keep the frizz out. So I'm all for keeping the frizz out, because that is not an easy task in Florida. Now the summer, that'll be the big test, right? That'll be the big test. All right, let me get to pouring this. Hey, Colleen, how are you, my friend? We're gonna go. That's a big mold, y'all. This is an old retired IOD cherub mold that I sell the castings. So that is what this is for. Like I said, I got almost all of them done, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go in and eat. Your snow's melting now. The West Coast. Oh, good. I was like, well, I'm gonna go in and eat. And then I ate, and it kind of like put me in a coma. And then I was cold, and I was like, oh my God, I'm jumping in the bed. And I took a 2-hour nap. I didn't sleep for crap last night. But my feet are nice and toasty on this heating blanket. So, see that fly? It's gonna get me when I'm pouring and trying to be all, I don't know. When I can't move, it's gonna get me. When I can't move, it's gonna get me. Okay, I'm gonna start here. And the mixture is just 50-50. And stir until, told you. And stir until it's clear. Once it's clear, go. I always suggest doing your smaller molds when you first mix, because your mixture is so much more liquefied and it spreads out nicely. As time goes on, it heats up and it activates and it gets thicker. And if you fart around too long, it'll harden up on you in your cup. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. I didn't even measure this out. This one doesn't have measurements like the new IOD is. My table must be a little off. I don't know if I should go that way or the other way. All right, that's going to have to be good. I'm going to top these off a little. Just a little. Both of these. See that fly buzzing around? This is a 3D mold, so you want to shake it or tap it. That way, if there's any weird spots or air pockets, hopefully they'll come out. Sorry, I can't look at what y'all saying. I'm missing a whole bunch, I know. Just spread that around while it's still liquidy. I just heard the fly hit the umbrella. My umbrella light. Okay. I think I did it. Y'all. Why? I hit him earlier. It went and I thought he fell on the floor, but he didn't. Sorry, I missed all that. Let me see if I can catch up here. Freaking fly. Oh, you're talking to one another. That's great. Whoever snow is melting, I can send you some. Beyond over. Hey, Cindy. Who else did I miss? Oh, what did I just do? It's kind of you, Betsy. Or Brenda. Betsy. Hey, Karen. Who else did I miss? I think that's it. All right. I think we're caught up. Been snowing here all day, too. Oh, God. Oh, I got him! Yes! Woo! Y'all, I zapped his ass out of midair. Die, bitch. Thank God. Oh, it stinks. Thank God. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got him. Yes. Thank goodness, because he was really starting to work my nerve. How's that for some live action, huh? Well, yeah, why is our fly in here? It's cold. He flew in earlier this afternoon. And I was like, oh, man, he's going to be here all night. Barbecue. It does smell like barbecue. Freaking stinks, man. All right, that one is done. All right, I need a little bit more for this guy. Oh, I dripped down the side. And then we can move on. So we're going to do a paint inlay on a stool. I was going to do, I put this one out the bottom. Yeah, it stinks. Oh, barbecue flies here, y'all. Come and get it, barbecue flies. I think I'm the only one who did love the snow. Send it all to, send all your snow to Colleen in Michigan. Oh my gosh. Where I live, it's the hottest state in the country, and it's been over 110. Where the heck are you, Annette? Holy cow, where are you? 58 sunny here. Sorry, everyone. Oh, wow. Wow. Wait. Did y'all just see another one? Or am I tripping? Did y'all just see something fly by? I sure hope I'm tripping. He's in there. He's stuck in there. Oh, gosh. I was going to do molds on this. It's actually a Zuri mold on this stool. But I think I'm going to do paint inlays all the way around. Dory! Wasn't sure how well those fly zappers worked. Oh, they work. Normally, I can't get them out of the air. Once in a great while, I get lucky. I can get them out of the air. Usually, how I got to get them is when they go on the window. And then when they get on the window, then I trap them on the window so they can't get out. They are great. They are, I mean, I can do like a towel, whoosh, but once, and they always go on the window. Always go to the light, and I get them there. Oh, Australia. You haven't seen rain in so long, I forgot what, oh, wow. Some women's tennis. Something else is flying around in here. Oh, it's a gnat. I did see it. What the hell's happening? Yeah, I'm supposed to be the warmest state, Florida, in the U.S., and I don't know what it is right now. It's supposed to be 44 tonight. It's supposed to be 44 tonight. All right, let me move this one over. Actually, I'm going to push it over here so it can lay flat and dry. These ones are already done, and then I just gotta mix up a little bit more. That's a big mold, y'all. That's a big one. All right, these are done. Okay. And I just gotta fill this little bit of this one. Can you see? Okay, so, and if I have overflow, I'll continue to fill this one. Yeah, Lisa Brown and Brown Eyed Girls Crafting's in the house, y'all. I must have mixed my resin wrong because look, this thing's still pliable. It's beautiful in the mountains. Wish it could stay there. Snow's pretty until like you have to go in it or somebody touches it. I don't need that much, but I need more than a cup. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know how much. That's quite a bit. I'm just gonna, never mind. I'm just gonna do one of these. Better make the bug mode again. I know. Bug season's coming, right? Bug season is a-coming. These cups have measurements on them. Thank you, Lynn. So that makes it nice. I did a little under 1, so I'm going to do a little under 3. I mean under 2. What's the pick of the reindeer? I missed it. Yeah, so I didn't get much done today. That's not good. And tomorrow's a holiday. There's no freaking mail tomorrow. Hey, Catherine. Don't be sorry about no language. What the heck do I care? Yeah, I was thinking this whole time that, look, I'm shaking it. I haven't put it in yet. I was thinking I'd have all the packages out tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's a holiday. So there's no mail running. So I got one more day. I will have them out for Tuesday. Pouring this resin is timely, and you want to make sure it's set up, because I pour to order. Ooh, that's gonna fill that one right up, ain't it? I pour to order for the most part, so you want to give them some time to set up. All right, we're done with that. We're done with that malarkey. Thought you would finally be happy. I enjoyed it. It took a while to make. Oh, talking to Jason. Jason. Let's clean this up. All this put aside. Ugh, I have plenty of resin left, by the way. Okay. So the mama pig came this morning, I guess, and left the freaking babies here for like 2 hours. And all 8 babies were there. So I don't know what happened to the one yesterday. But all 8 babies for about 2 hours. They're still nursing. She left them here. I'm thinking, they're cute, but I don't want that responsibility. What we have to do right now is, because under our porch and under my shed, especially under my shed, they've been under there, and the mother made this like dug a big hole, and they can't be doing that because all my shed's up by bricks. So if they start messing that up, or the porch, that could be bad. If you guys could share this video out, that would be great. Give it the thumbs up. I always forget to say that. On YouTube, we kind of have to do that for YouTube to notice that, it's a good time over here. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, they're domestics. Yep, they are domestic pigs. They sure are. Yeah, if you could share it and give thumbs up, I think is what it is. I don't think pig sitting pays much. Yeah, they're really like, the mother is huge. She's got to be like 300 pounds. No, probably like two some. She's big. She's bigger than Andy, formerly known as Sandy, because Andy is a male. Yeah, so I don't mind if they come visit, but we went, I don't know if it was I guess it was yesterday. So behind us is like 4 acres and then a stream. that's spring fed and then more land. The thumbs up are, I don't know. Anybody know where the anybody know where the thumbs up are? Isn't there a like, or is it tap to screen maybe? Or is that TikTok? Is that TikTok? And you can simply just hit the arrow and like hit copy link. If you don't have anybody to share it to, that works too. No, he has not named them all. No. He was talking about getting pig panels, and I said, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. We're not doing that. Tap the screen. Okay, good. At the top of the screen. Mine are at the top, next to the share. The top left. The 3 dots, you can see the share. Love to come play with those. They won't let you get near them. Right below the video next to share. Thank you, guys. That's where the thumbs up is. Press the 3 dots on the YouTube to the right. Oh, she got it. All right, thank you, guys. Yeah. So I don't mind if they visit, but they won't let you get near them. 3 dots at the top. I was going to use this. This is a Zuri mold. It's an older one. All these roses, but it doesn't quite. It hangs over a little bit. It's the perfect length this way, but I just don't think that will look right. So I think I'm gonna do the lines of. We're gonna use the paint inlay, the Spring Melody. This is so beautiful, you guys. Can you guys see okay? Because I only see to here. That's all I see. Thank you, Karen. You guys see okay? So I can put you down. Okay, good. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll use, can you show the trimmings for? Yes. We're going to use the roses on top, and then the lines. You can see all of it. Okay, excellent. And then these. Hey, Sheila. I think these, like, maybe like right here. Or maybe even down I don't know if we have enough to, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think that's the game plan. So first we're going to get a coat of black paint on here. The trimmings for, this is the trimmings for mold. Hey, Gary. Thank you from Sharon from Michigan. And both of these do go into one another. Like this end will fit into this end, so you can go seamlessly. Same here. Like this one I already have done, but see how that goes like that? So you can just keep on going if you were to go straight. I can't straighten this out really. Well, I guess I can. Oh, I'm so strong. But yeah, they fit into one another, which is cool as heck for this part, right? That's really pretty. Hey, Leslie. Look how pretty that is. There's a lot of detail in that. A lot. Name a car for an edit. Carlos, this is a crafting page, my friend. Oh, way too wide. Yeah, way. Thanks for sprinkling. All right, let's paint this black, and then we'll get, oh, I need that. Hold on. Please hold. Actually, let me get this one. I need a spinny thing. This thing's beat to death. Beat to death. Who's that? Who said hi? Hey, Judy. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Gail. Look at, see that? See what you guys did? You guys shared, and look what happened. You did it. Actually, the number went down, but that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna use a good sized brush. There's glitter on here and dirt. Got 3 of these, remember? A while back. Wasn't it $5 for the 3 or $3 a piece? Or I think it was $5 for all 3 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna start with this. I did see, like I told you guys before, YouTube said they're gonna be putting out the feature where you can just reply to each other instead of have to do the at each other. That was my paint. That was also my paint. Just for the record. That's not very attractive. Let's open a new one. Doing okay? Tearing apart the house? Oh boy. Oh boy. So today the Hubs drove 2-hour round trip, came home, boarded in the porch, the outer perimeter, took a nap. I don't think I can poke a hole in this one, but I'm going to try. Took a nap. Went another 2-hour round trip and got the wood to do around my shed. Yes, Robin, this is live. Live as live could be, girl. So he can get started on it first thing in the morning. Is this live? Yeah, it's live. Do I look dead? What happened? Is this yes, it's live. Didn't you just hear my paint having gas? Or not? Betsy, that's a cute emoji. It's a cute emoji. YouTube's got the best emojis. Hey, Jennifer. That's a long name there, Jennifer. With this style, be careful. If the paint's too thick or your hole isn't big enough, it might creep out the side. Thanks for being me. No problem, Colleen. No problem, girl. Oh, yeah, that's nice. See how nice that is? Then you don't get all the freaking stupid crust. Stupid crust. I guess this one. Was this one? Oh, that one was paper, too. It's pretty cruddy, but it hung in there. It hung in there. I'm just using black ink. Had that happen when I went out the side. So did I. Just recently. Just something recently it just happened on a new, I think it was the white. It's 2:26:15 at 8:29 Eastern. Wait, oh, seeing what time it is? What day it is? Staying warm. It's cold. It's chilly. I say it's cold. You guys are drowning in ice and snow, and I say it's cold, and it's probably, I don't know, 50 degrees. If you don't have your phone on or iPad, big delay. Oh, my iPad is always in delay, like big delay. I don't know why. They're both, they're both iOS. They're both Apple. It makes no sense. But yeah, my iPad is always way, way, way far behind. All right, so the first rule when doing a paint inlay is you want to get your, hey, Sue. You're in this, oh, God. Well, you all need to be safe. Stay warm. Hope your power stays on. Have hot chocolate and craft. You want your piece to be painted exactly how you want it. So that way when you go in with your paint inlay, that's all you're worried about. You're only worrying about the paint being wet and you getting your inlay down. You're not worried about covering up this spot and covering up that spot. Oh man, there's some stuff. You're just worried about getting that inlay on there. Hold on, there's some dust in here. It's been, I mean, absolutely stunning. We haven't had the air or the heat or anything on for probably 2 weeks now. Yep, just chalk paint. You can use any type of paint in the paint inlays, any type of paint you want. You can actually use clear coat as well, but that will be a different live just because it's a little bit different. Just the drying process is a little different, and I would not recommend doing clear until you've done it with paint, because paint is much easier. Love your porch in the guest house. Thank you, Sue. You're going to do it? I'm saying, yes, girl, you are. You're going to do it. It's not hard. I promise. You guys, I always, there's a freaking gnat in here now. I always tell you if something's hard. Is it a process? Yes. What's the main ingredient is it has to go in your wet paint. I would not pick a course or a winter advisory is now up to it. Oh gosh. I feel like people who normally didn't get like really terrible weather are getting it more frequently. You want a smoother surface than not, because think about it. You're taking paint that's inlaid on a piece of paper, right? And you're inlaying it into wet paint. So you want the contact to be as perfect as it can be. -40. That is deadly. That is deadly cold. That's like, that's scary cold. That's when you gotta hope that the power stays on and the pipes don't freeze, setting all kinds of, right? Your school's just closed for tomorrow. Oh my, and flooding? What the heck? So a smooth surface is important, because if you have, I mean, you can use a rough surface, but you're just not going to get a perfect image. Lisa, I am amazing. You're getting horrible winter storm. Oh, Betsy. I am amazing. I don't know when you saw me last, but the end of August of last year, all last year I was really, really sick. And August, the end of August, I was pretty much better than I've been before I even started my page, like 7+ years ago. So, yeah, it ended up being all caused from my hormone pellet, my hormone therapy replacement, the pellet I got every 90 days. Well, I shouldn't say the pellet, the hormone, the testosterone is, my body obviously has some type of crazy ass reaction to it. But yeah, that was all my issues, my episodes, all of it. It's just crazy, just crazy stuff. But I'm so thankful and so grateful. 5 feet, it's not holy crap. It's not often in the US it's below like that. That's insane. So, yeah, but you can use any kind of paint with this. Just your paint needs to be wet. And if you have a brayer, great. If you don't, that's okay. If you have a sprayer, great. But if you don't, that's okay. There's ways around it. I love an inlay on black. Almost all my inlays I think I've done on black. Probably 80-90% of them. I just love that look. The inlays can be used more than once. It just depends on a lot of factors, such as how well it transferred the first time, what color paint you used, how it transferred, how much did it wrinkle up. But each time you use it, you're going to get less and less. Thank you, Annie. You're going to get less and less paint to transfer. And then keep in mind, there is the possibility, like if I dip this, we're going to do the rose tonight on the black, and then say tomorrow I go and do it on white. There's a good chance that the black could transfer onto the white. I do sell the IOD brayers. They're excellent quality. I think that they're like 16 or 17 bucks. I think I might have one left on the website. but you can buy cheaper ones. Like the Mod Podge has some. I like the weight of the, there's just a difference, but they all do the same thing. So, you know, if you're wanting a good quality one, I would definitely recommend the IOD one, and I'll show you. I don't think I have. And then Mod Podge has a real, they're like bright red, plastic, lightweight. Can't open my drawer all the way because I got a big pile of crap sitting over here. Where you at? I need this. Here it is. Here it is. This is the IOD one. And I put this thing through heck and back. But these are also great if you want to do ink. Like if you wanted to roll out your ink and then roll it on your stamp. So, but they're not 100% necessary for the paint inlays, but it just makes it a little bit easier. But not completely necessary. All right. Keep on going here. Keep on keeping on. So first thing, you could always size up your, before you get painting, you can size up where you want to put your inlays and such. Either way, just make sure your paint is dry when you go to size them up. But first thing, paint your surface where you're 100% happy with it. Like you'd be okay to let it go out the door the way it was painted, because that's important. Because once you put the inlay down, there's no going back and filling in holes. I mean, you could, but that would not be a good time. And this is literally one of the only projects. I mean, of course, it depends what it is. This one's a little more painting because it's a stool. But this is literally one of the only projects I can do in a 45-minute event. Betsy, the one is a website. 17. Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. Yeah, scrappysrustics.com is in the description of this video. And all the IOD release 2025 spring stuff is on there. All kinds of goodness. All kinds of goodness. You can look under new and restocked, or go to IOD and look at, you'll see IOD 2025 spring release. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we're going to have temperatures like we did that one week where it was like going to snow. Thank you, Lynn. But we do have some 30s and such coming. 30s and such. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, just like taking your dog out in that kind of weather, like that's a job. Like it could be so dangerous. Your eyeballs are freeze. I mean, you can only, your skin can only, I remember when it was 19 below, like your skin hurt. Like that cold is, it's cold. It's no joke. It's no joke. I wouldn't want to be homeless, I can tell you. I mean, I wouldn't want to be homeless, period, but I certainly wouldn't want to be homeless in those conditions. Good Lord. All right. Get these legs. The top part will go quick. And we'll figure out where we're going to put these guys. Where we're going to put them. I would say the trickiest part to a paint inlay, or the hardest part people have to wrap their heads around, is once we get the paint inlay down and it's dry and it's like done, Barbara, they are under Pentart. So anything Pentart will be under Pentart. And you can always message me. I could send you a link. When the paint inlay is completely dry, it's tough just to let them out to run. You cannot, well, I've seen people do it, but I do not recommend it in any way, shape, or form. You cannot, so I'm going to tell you not to do it. Take a sealer, Mod Podge, DIY patina, or whatever, and go start sealing it. You cannot do that, because what happens is it reactivates the paint. So the paint inlays, the paint that's on the paper, if I take my finger and I lick it and I smear it, it will smear the paint. It will activate it. So what you need to do is you need to spray seal it with any type of clear sealant, like a clear spray, like the Rust-Oleum 2X or whatever. If you do not have the means to use a spray can, the other option you can do is you can go to the Dollar Tree and you can get a little spray bottle. You'll just have to clean it when you're done. But you can do, I know this makes no sense because I'm telling you not to hit it with water, but you can do 50% water and 50%, I'll show you a similar one for this style. You can actually use any of this stuff. Well, here's one. Here, Wise Owl, like clear matte varnish. You could do half, because this is water-based. Half water, half this, and just mist it from afar. Let it dry, and then after that, you can do all you want with this swiping. But any clear kind of liquid stuff, you know, you can get the, in Walmart, all the stores, not all the stores, but I'm trying to find the other one. I think maybe the Hubs might have taken it. I don't see it in here. But like the Rust-Oleum kind of, maybe it's in this one. So this in clear, you just bought my last bird, that's fine. Like this in clear, or the liquid and water in this. You could test hairspray, I don't know. I haven't done it, so I don't know. You're just finishing your second week of, holy crap, that is cold. I don't know about hairspray. I would say test it. I wouldn't like do a big, huge, beautiful project and test it. Like I would just test something small. Oh, it might work. It might work. And then once that spray's dry, then you can do whatever you want to it. And you don't have to seal the whole thing, just where the paint inlay is. Just the paint inlay stuff. Now I've seen, like I said, I've seen people take their clear coat and like lightly like dab it. If you want to take that chance, you know, maybe it'll work for you. I just don't recommend it. Grandmother changed. Wait, what? Your grandmother changed your YouTube name? Sternial Lover? You got a cool grandmother. I wish my grandma was still alive. Guys, you guys would love her. You would just love her. Hey, Lois. Lois is probably freezing too. Up in Vermont. Vermont. Yeah, I think I got 3 of these for $5. One is in the, one we did live a while back for the cargo. And now this one. Now this one. So, I know I'm on repeat, but the Rust-Oleum spray paints, they are good. I love them too. I think they're the most reasonable priced too, and they're a good product. So first things first, paint your piece so you're happy with it, and then all you're going to do after that is focus on getting your paint down and putting your inlay in wet paint. One in the cargo is beautiful. What did we, that one we did blue cracking paste and then a stencil on it, I believe. Yeah, that one's cute. It hides the plug. It hides the plug. I love this black. It covers nicely. You don't have to do 2 coats of this. And if I miss anywhere down here, I'll just do that later. I'm not doing any paint inlays on this. Well, we'll see. Maybe on this part. Maybe here. I don't know. Did a while back in black with a rose chintz. I did the duck and rose chintz. Is that what you mean? To do my stool. Yes. Yes, Luann. The rose chintz and black stool. That's a beautiful, beautiful setup. I love that. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. These roses here, the colors anyways, remind me of rose chintz. They're just obviously a lot larger. But, yep. Yep. All right. We're almost to the front. We're getting there. Slow and steady. I'm so glad I got that freaking fly. Y'all, that'll be making me nuts. It kept landing in the side of my head. I can't get that out. Like in my hair. I'm just determined to get all this paint out of here. Shonda girl, you made it. Shonda girl. Hello, Livy Lou. If you're still awake. I love it, so nice and clean. You napped? Good for you, girl. I did too. I slept like shit last night. I kept waking up. I had a hey Brenda. I had a nightmare last night. And it, like, I woke up and I was freaked out. But then I had to pee so bad. I had to get up, but I was so out of it. I was like bouncing off the door, like the door jam. I just remember being like, oh, like I had to get up. I didn't want to get up, and I didn't feel like I was able to like function, but I did. I made it. I lived. I lived. Thank you, Linda. I'm trying out some new curl products and new ways to curl it, because summer's coming and yeah. So I'm learning. 52 years old. I never thought I'd be learning like all this crazy stuff. Like stuff you think I should have known about when I was younger. Nope. But I guess there was no internet. And the Encyclopedia Britannica probably didn't have much about curly hair in it. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Man, there's literally anything and everything you'd want to know online. Anything you want to learn. It's pretty awesome. It's oh, you're talking to, it's bittersweet, right? Like the internet is a blessing and a curse all at once. Blessing and a curse. All right. Probably should have done those first so they could dry, but we'll hit it with a heat tool real quick. Real quick. Oh, I'm glad we got that resin done, because now that can sit out all night and cure up so I can get it packed up. I can't believe I'm backwards on, I look backwards on YouTube, but I thought I looked the right way to you guys. It's weird. I guess I only have to dry the feet. What am I doing? Oh no, I do need to dry the sides too. We'll just dry it. That way there's no confusion. No confusion. If you guys ordered from the release, thank you so much. Everything will go out Tuesday morning. Some did go out. US mail went out on Saturday. The heavier packages tend to be a little less expensive UPS, but our UPS pickups don't pick up on Saturday. I didn't know this until the last release. How cool is that? Is that a peace sign? Trying to learn some good skincare, but man, it does, Barbara. It does. And I am going to have that, we are going to do that live. To do your makeup video. I haven't done no makeup video yet. No. We are going to do a skincare Not that I'm a genius or have a clue what I mean, I kind of have a clue what I'm learning. But I do want to do a little skincare live video of what I am using. Um, I'm learning too. I didn't even know that you were supposed to put things in an order. I just thought you put on some face lotion and off you go. I didn't know there's like toner and serum and all this stuff. I didn't know, but obviously it makes a huge difference because my face has never felt so good. Yeah, I'm gonna do it soon. I'm just soon, very soon, like hopefully within the next week. Gotta find that emoji. Makeup, I'm not confident at all what I'm doing. Like tonight I just did real quick, I just did powder, which I'm more comfortable doing powders because that's all I've ever done. But, the liquid foundation, that's like a job. I mean, I don't know, you gotta be in the mood for it. But that I'm still really learning too. I finally just found a good mascara. I had a mascara I used and loved for years. You got it, Leslie. But they don't make it anymore, of course. But, yeah. So I'm going to do that. I will do that. Yeah, so I didn't know UPS because we don't have a UPS store. Our CVS is a pickup point. But I didn't know until the last release that they don't pick up on Saturdays. Oh, that's what you meant? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I am going to have that. I am going to do that. For sure. I'll probably just like cleanse my face and then we'll go from there. I'm thinking we could probably do it in here. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. But to show you, what the heck is that? Is that the heart with the hands? Is that what that was? Still got some wet spots, but that's okay. Isn't that cute? Then get out of my head. She's a wacky one, huh, Jackie? See what I did there, Jackie? Those little pigs are so funny when they try to I noticed your curls first thing. Thank you, Shonda. I got some new products I'm trying. And I got it. So this is how much I didn't know. So I've always used like a wide tooth comb to comb my hair when I get out of the shower because it's always been naughty. So they have this brush. They have a brush and it has, I'll have to show you, it has these grooves in it. Separators? I don't know. So when you, instead of combing your hair down when you have curls, you should be combing it out. And these separators like actually separate, because each curl is like a clump, right? So I mean, look how curly they are under here. Like I have like ringlets. But all this is so heavy, I have to like manipulate that part. But it separates the hair and it forms its own natural curl. Like it's the craziest thing, but it made such a big difference. And then they have we share a brain. Oh, you share a brain? That's terrifying. I don't know. There's just so much I didn't know. Pretty cool stuff. And the hair plopping really, I think, is what has gotten rid of my frizz. They have a hair plopping top. You know how you can buy like a bonnet or a shower cap or whatever. They have a hair plopping cap, but it's like $40 something. I just haven't gotten myself to buy it for myself yet, but it would be a lot easier to put on my head than this raglan that I'm putting on my head. But look funny. Oh my God, they look funny. So funny. I came out of the house, I was like, what the hell? Of course, I just laugh. We just laugh at myself. But I did show him the brush, and because I guess he does listen. Well, he pretends he's a good pretender if he doesn't. But I was telling him about the brush, and he was like, oh, I want to see how it works. I was like, really? But he wasn't here when I did it tonight, so. Yeah. It's fun. It's exciting. It's exciting. What I'm struggling with is the next day and the next day curls. That's what I'm struggling with. But I think this new hair thing, it's like a next day spray. Because the problem with curly hair is it gets dry fast. Because when I sleep on this, it ain't going to look like this. Even if I put it in a bonnet, a pineapple, do any of those things, it's not going to look like this. So you have to revive them. So when I don't know what the name of that brush is called, Annie. Like curl defining. It's a brand that it's in my, if you're on TikTok, it's in my showcase. Next day curls is what I'm struggling, because when my hair's straight, I can just comb it, you know, if I have to put dry shampoo in, fine, or a little oil, whatever, heat protectant, whatever, and then hit it with a flat iron. So that's easy. But curly is another story. So because it's so heavy around my crown, hair plopping, is that how you spell? Yes, plopping. Yes, like I'm gonna plop on the couch. The hair plopping is a hair wrap. The brush is called something else. So I got that little 3/8 curling iron, and I really think that's gonna help me get through. So I don't have to. I don't want to. I could re-wet my hair every day to revive the curls, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to re-wet my head every day. I don't mind misting it if I have to, but I don't want to re-wet. I don't want to do all that. That's too much. I might as well just take a shower. You know what I mean? Plus, it's not good for your hair, or because you're washing all your natural body oils out, or head oils, hair oils, whatever the hell. Not body oils. Yeah. It's complicated being a woman. Hair plopping. You have to YouTube it or TikTok it. And I never knew. I mean, that's why women sleep on silk pillowcases or wear silk bonnets, because it doesn't cause friction or hair breakage, even if it's not curly. And then the 100% cotton, it's crazy. I never knew. You don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know, now you know. You have a spray I use for Olivia's second day curls and third and... Really? I just got a new one. And it smells... I think it's called Shook. Shake and Shook, or... Hold on, I forgot I have my phone here. Let's see what that name of that brush is. Showcase. Oh no, I just bought it. Yeah. I just bought the Wow. The Wow is what I use tonight. It's a one step. Instead of doing, I put a little spray conditioner in, and then the Wow. That's all I use. Instead of using the hair curl cream and the gel, I just use the Wow. And it was a Wow. This is called Bounce Curl. It's called Bounce Curl. Bounce Curl. They come in different colors. See those little rivets all the way around? So you and then you brush it out and let your hair fall into those things so it separates your curls. They're not in a big clump. Who knew? Who knew? Yeah, so I think that little curling iron, I mean, this is that little curling iron. Just because this hair is so heavy. But I think that'll help me get through. But I just don't know what to do with this wad. You know what I mean? I don't want to get layers, because then it'll look stupid when I spray it, or dry it straight. It's tough being a woman, you guys. You know this. You know this, most of you anyway. Don't you hate it when the paint does that? The whole Wise Owl. It's mixed 50-50 with water to seal found Scrappy's Rustics and the Wise. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, Wise Owl. If you have any outdoor, like outdoor stuff you need to steal, that Wise Owl, Hard as Nails, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. They have a matte finish, satin and gloss or semi-gloss. I forget. All right. Hold on, I got some wet spots. It's not dry right there. I gotta dry this because I'm gonna pick up the paint inlay. And think about drying the corners. But having a holiday is good for me because I get an extra day to pack orders, but it freaking kills me. I don't know why that one extra day makes me feel like these packages have been sitting here for weeks and you guys aren't going to get your stuff. Like, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And if you did order and you don't see an email, you got to check your spam or junk. Once you say it's safe, then it shouldn't go to your junk folder any longer. So there's that. All right, let me wrap my brush up because this is going to take a minute. Wrap it up. I take it. Okay. The sky was so beautiful tonight. It literally looked like, not that I've ever been to Africa, but from what I've seen on TV, you know, and the giraffe and the elephant and the zebra are like walking across the dunes. Wait, is that Africa? I don't know. Wherever they're walking. It's got that peach and orange beautiful sky. Oh my gosh, that was how the sky was this afternoon. All through the woods. Oh, it looked so pretty. So pretty. I can't understand why can't control the delivery, sir. I know. You have a lot of my natural curls still growing up. I didn't want to straight hair. Right? Right? We're never happy. We're never. If you have any inclination of curly hair, you can, even wavy, you can really enhance them. Especially these days with the videos out there and the products out there. Like, you can. If you have a diffuser, number one, and if you don't want to buy products and all that stuff, if you have a hair, diffuser that goes on the end of your hair dryer, if you make your hair your hair soaking wet, like soaking wet is the key, and like a leave-in conditioner, and just work it in there, and then just kind of scrunch it. And I'm not saying you won't get frizz or any of that, but if you just had those two things, leave-in conditioner and a hair diffuser, you could end up with a lot of body or curls with your hair. But then if you wanted them more defined, you'd have to add product and such, but you could do it with just that. All right. Now you don't want anything wet around your, because they can be activated. I think these pages are both the same. Let me see. They are they? No, they're a little bit different. I was thinking these two pages they're very similar, but they're not the same. So this is the 8-page Spring Melody. I love that. So I think we're going to use maybe these. We're definitely going to use these. So let me get one of those out. How pretty. So that's paint. So if I were to take my wet finger and go, it would smear it. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Daughter has beautiful curly hair. Oh, that's nice. She's smart. Not me. I don't know. What's this? These are so cute. So cute. Look at them. Can't see the pink, but so cute. I got tinier ones down here. These will be cute on eggs, I think. You're 75 and have your natural curl in your hair. Yeah, I've had a lot of inquiries and comments about paint inlay, so it only made sense to do them tonight. We may even do them Tuesday night on Facebook. Just because I really need to make some freaking. Hold up. See if we can lay these out. I want to see if these two. I think this one's my favorite. I love that green. What a pretty. It's almost a green gray. She's 27. Has been going to stylist. Oh well, that helps if she knows. If she really knows what she's doing. Considering these, like around here, maybe, or down the leg. Or down the leg. Let me keep this one out. Of course, it's going to be the last one. I wish there was a way to, oh, aren't they pretty? I wish there was a better way to keep these. Let's see. All right, so that one's going that way. This one's going that way. These are similar, but they're not the same. They're very, very similar, though. So I don't think it matters. Get back here. Let's see if we do something like that. I'm not gonna be able to fit too many on here. I'm gonna put this one there. Oh, that one's gonna go. It's going down this way. Remember, it's backwards. It's gonna be that way. All right, let me cut this one out. It's a pretty one, isn't it, Sheila? Can you turn the page upside down? Wait, what? Can you turn the page upside down on one to get the same way? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because see how the stems are pointing down? Yeah, they're different. They're pointing different ways. This like a left and a right is kind of what it is. Yeah. Left and a right. And I'm gonna cut this one out. So if you're doing a paint inlay for the first time, start with something small. Like if you happen to have this one, take the smallest one that you probably think you won't use, or cut a piece of something you don't think you would use. Just get a little piece of scrap board or a little ornament or something like, and just do it, just so you get a feel for it. You know what to expect. That will really help you be successful when you go to do something larger. These would be beautiful on a cabinet door. I concur. So this one oh, there it is. Okay, so that's, look at those layers of paint. Sometimes when I do these and I pull it off, it looks still like this. Like it's like, okay, well, where did it go? I'm gonna go right over the side with that. Okay. All right. So the key to this, yes, absolutely practice. Do not, like if you're doing a full sheet, they're not hard, but it's all about the paint being wet. If you're doing, those are 12 by 16. If you paint 12 by 16, right, chances are the top is almost dry by the time you get to the bottom. Now you got to lay this paint inlay in there. It's not probably going to come out good because the top isn't wet enough. So it's almost like you have to paint the top, put it in, flip it up, and do the bottom because it's all about the wet paint. If the paint is not wet, it's not going to work. It's not going to come out perfectly and look exactly like this. It's not. It's going to have imperfections in it. It might even have brush marks in it. It might even have lumps in it because you went thick with the paint or whatever. You did your first one on a DT plaque. You used a bug or something. If you have a spray bottle, great. Will this slide on a cabinet door? What? Do it on the side of a cabinet door? You can do that. If you have a brayer, great. If you have a sprayer and brayer, great. If you do not, you're going to get a bowl of water and you're going to get paper towels, cotton rags, something that holds water in. If you have the blue shop towels, those are good. So you're going to have a bowl of water and a rag, or you're going to have these two. First order of business is we're going to wet our paint. I mean, we're going to paint our... Where is this? All right, I want to go that way. It's going to go over the edge a little bit, but I'm okay with that. So, all right, so we are going to paint our surface. You want it even. If you're going for a look where you're going to go over the entire thing when you're done with wax, then I suggest go a little thick here and there. That way, when you put the paper down, it's going to give it like lumps and stuff in it, and that will give your wax something to grab. That dresser that I did, I wanted that to be like crackly and, I got to do the sides. I wanted it to be crackly and lumpy, so it looked aged as a whole. All right, I'm going to go over it one more time. So my paint is wet here, okay? Wet paint. The whole thing's got to be wet, not just pieces of it, the whole thing, okay? Paint. Some people miss this side. I've never done that. I don't think I went down far enough. Oh, I got to go down a little farther. I have not done that yet. I don't know that it's necessary. But look at, I swiped it. Okay. And straight down with it. Okay. Push it in. Push it into that wet paint. You want to make contact, right? We're trying to activate. Wonder Twins, activate. We're trying to activate the paint on the carrier sheet with your surface, okay? So we painted our whole surface. We pieced it out. We put the wet paint down. We put our inlay in, and we pushed it down with our finger so give it contact. Now, not necessary, but just what I recommend, go over it with your brayer, because now we're really, we're steamrolling it, right? We're getting every area. Try not to go outside and pick up the wet paint. If you do, it's not a big deal. It's just going to be a little messier. It's not going to hurt anything, just going to be a little messy. I think I missed the tail on here. Like that. See how the paint's transferring? And then I'm going to get this little piece right here. I don't know if that made it in wet paint or not. If not, I'm not worried about it. Okay. We're just melting that into, hey, AC sister. Oh, wait, say it, Slater. We don't have a brayer. We don't have a brayer. We're going to use our cotton rag or whatever, and we're going to do this. Okay. If we didn't have a brayer, we would do this, and we hit every square inch of it with our paper or rag, whatever it is we have. Okay. So we did that, got it down. Next. Paint inlays are ultimate aren't they? Shonda likes the peeling off part. Next, if you're doing like a bigger project, which I'm not going to be able to use this when I do the next one here because I'll show you in a minute, but well, you'll understand when we get there. Something big. Next point is you're going to miss it because we're already working we're working the product from this way up, right? Now we want to help it out by getting the top wet. So give it a look. See how it comes back to color too? Okay, we want to get the whole thing wet. But since this is a small space, I'm actually going to use my rag. You could roll this over it right now, but we're going to put more over here, and I don't want to get everything all wet. So I'm going to move that water. You don't want it soaked. If you get it soaked, then you're going to just make a mess. So you just really just want to see how it's colorful and opaque in some areas because it's not fully, you don't want it soaked, you want it just moist. Now when you're using paint, after this step is done, you can literally let this sit on here. You can walk away and come back 2 years later. I don't think resin irritating as a paint inlays. I'm terrified of inlays. I think inlays are easier than resin. Resin is not hard. Resin is not hard at all. You can totally do this. You can totally do it. But I can show you till I'm blue in the face, but you're just going to have to learn by doing. You have to do this. You have to do this. Okay? That's it. It's done. I could put this in the corner and 2 years later I could come back to it and lift it off because now it has to dry. You can dry it with your heat tool. However, if you can, I recommend let it dry on its own. Hey, Christy. Well, let's do the math. So they're expensive. They're $52 or $51.99, right? But you get 8 pages. And if you, well, each inlay, of course, is different. But you get 8 pages, right? And how many pieces on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, even just this. So there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 20 images just on this one sheet. And if they can be used even twice, that's an awful lot of projects for, you know what I mean, for what they are. So it just really depends on how you look at it. There's people who say the smaller transfer books are expensive. To me, I think that is the most bang for your buck out of any IOD product there is the smaller transfer books. They're $27. They're 8 pages full of projects you probably wouldn't even use in a year. So it just depends. It just depends. Doing it is so important. So true. Hello, is it Sternilo? What is that? Hold on. I can't read too good in these glasses. Somebody lover. Sternio lover. I always students drive a car. So that's right. You learn by doing. It's so true. The only way I've ever bought getting a holiday 24, but I don't know how much. You guys can totally do this. I have faith in you. Okay? Let it dry. If you can let it dry on its own, let it dry on its own. I'm going to let it dry on its own because we're going to do another one right here. I don't want to go through the routine, peel this off, and then have to worry about getting it wet because we're going to put another one on. So if you're going to put another one on, make sure leave these on. You're protecting it in a sense, right? All right, let's see what size. I'm thinking a smaller one. I think IOD transfers are the best. Yeah, IOD transfers are the best in their line. You didn't get it yet, Jason? Your mix to mold stuff? I don't know if I should put a whole flower on there or just a piece. I kind of want to do that big one. I kind of want to do the big one. Or should I do the small one so it would be this way? So it would be this way. Let's do this one. Oh. Yeah, let's do this one. If you have to, like when I did that duck, doing the intricate little duck was harder than doing a one piece like this because you're putting in, you only can you know, if it's a flat surface, it's no problem. But when you have things that are bending and moving and you have to manipulate the pieces that you want, like you want the flower here, that'll be a little harder. But it's still the same concept. Just don't make it hard for yourself right out the gate. Just make it simple. Just simple. Flat. To me, this is simple. If that were your first time, I would stop right there. Finish this one out, see how it comes out, and then, you know, take it from there. You're going to laugh when you... But you can't expect it to be perfect, because it's not going to be perfect. It's not. It's just not. It's just not. All right. So we're going to turn this one. See, so if I were overlapping my paper, the paint would go to my paper, not my piece. All right, let's see. So I can fit that on there if I put it like that. Actually, let me cut this out. Well, that didn't help me at all. So I'm going to put it on like that. Just like that. Okay. So I'm going to paint my piece. Did I have pieces going over the edge? Just a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to paint my piece. I'm out of paint. I think the number one thing is, like I said, people will get like an image where, and it's happened to me. This can't get out of your head to do it. Like I said, when you're painting a bigger piece, it's common sense. When you're painting up here and you're painting down, this is going to be drier than it is down here, right? It's always going to be that way. So sometimes if you don't realize that's what's happening, you put this down, you're going to have like, kind of looks like paintbrush lines, but really what it is it's little lines of dried paint and wet paint, dry paint and wet paint, so it looks stripy. So I just can't stress enough, it's about the wet paint. The paint has got to be wet. So you want to work fairly fast. Don't worry about it being perfectly even. Again, it just depends on your project, what look you're going for. I think it went over here somewhere, so I'm going to get that way. But if I miss anywhere here and the paint isn't wet, it's not going to transfer. It's not going to happen because it's activated by dampness, by being wet. If we were using clear right now, like I told you, you could take this piece and 2 years later you could come back and it would be, you could reactivate it and peel it up. With the clear coat, you can't do that because, see instructions, because if you let this dry in a clear coat, what's going to happen? It's going to harden in there and you're never going to get it out. So a clear coat is a little different, and I will do one on the clear coat. I'm no expert by any means, but it just, you can't let it dry in there. It has to dry, but it can't dry. It can't cure in there because otherwise your paper will never come out. Okay, so I laid it in my wet paint. I took my finger and I pushed it down everywhere that I could. Okay, I'm going to take my wet rag. I'm not going to use my brayer this time because I don't want to pick up all this wet paint. But, I mean, I want to because I want to make that contact. But I don't want to pick up all this wet paint and get it smeared all over my piece either. So if you're doing one giant consecutive piece, then roll over it. The more contact this can make to one another, the better off you're going to be. I'm excited to see how you like that mold stuff, Jason. I feel like it's like plaster of Paris is what it reminds me of. Okay. See how this one's turning opaque? This one's drying. That's how you know when it's dry too. Okay. All right, let me see. We're gonna leave that like that. I want to see. I was thinking about going. I don't know if it's going to be too much to go down each leg. What do you guys think? Think it'd be too much going down each leg? Too busy? What do y'all think? I don't think I like it here. Yeah, I'm not sold. I'm not like, oh yeah, that's great. I'm like, meh. Thinking there's kind of pointless. Too much. I think so too. I agree. I concur. It's very much like plaster. Put a little glue in mine, help it hold up better. You hear that, Jason? Jason? You know that song? Jason. All right, let's dry this French fry then. Didn't even need to blow in that bag. It's already open, Trace. Come on. All right. So at this point, it's up to you. It needs to be dry before you do anything else. But like I said, you could go take a 2-week vacation and come back, and all you have to do is re-wet it. And you're more and more there to go. I'll see what that looks like when I pull these off. I was trying to avoid that because I didn't want to have to worry about the water. But it's hard to tell when it's... So now we have to dry them. If you want to go to sleep and wake up the next day, they'll be dry. If you can let them dry on your own, do that. If you can't, it's okay. Just think about it. It's the more time it's taking to marinate into the wetness, right? That's how I look at it. But I've had some that I've done right away with the heat tool, and they come out perfect. No tool will ever come out the same. Okay, so first thing that we choose, we're going to choose a smooth surface, right? Smooth surface. We're going to paint it, and we're going to be so happy with that paint job that we could walk away and sell it just as it was painted. And then we're gonna, you're also more, at one point I had a neon green wall on my kitchen. Hey, whatever makes you happy, I'm all for it. I am all for it. You're going to size up where you want your items, and you're going to cut them. Unless it's one big, rectangle, then you don't have to do all that. But you're going to cut your pieces up so you know where they're going. Because once your paint's wet, it's go time. And once you establish that, you're going to put your paint on, and you're going to make sure your paint is wet. You're going to lay your inlay paint side down in the wet paint, and you're going to flatten it out the best that you can. Then you're going to take a wet rag or a sprayer, and you're going to mist it. No, sorry. After you push it down with your fingers, if you can, you're going to roll over it with this. Can you seal it? Pour resin on it. I would seal it and then pour resin on it. I would always seal this before putting anything over it, just because anything wet reactivates it. So push it down with your fingers, then you're going to push it down with a rag, wet rag, damp rag, or a damp brayer. And then you're going to dry it. So it's really not that hard. It's not that many steps. but it is a process. And if you don't follow those steps, it's not going to come out right. So, wet paint. It's got to be wet paint. And think about your surface. Like, think about your surface that you're taking two things. They're making contact, and you want, like a tattoo. Like a tattoo. If you got a big old scar right here, and you have one of those tattoos from Cracker Jack, you're not going to put the tattoo right here because it's not going to look right on your scar, right? You want to put it where your skin's nice and flat. So, same thing with this. Same thing with this. Again, you can use clear coat, but this process right here is where it gets different. Because if this is really dry right now, I want to make sure the paint's dry underneath. But you don't want your clear coat to harden in your paper. You got to catch it at that, like, that moist point. But we'll do that another time. If you're going to do this, just get yourself something small and just do it. Just do it. I guarantee you're going to learn something. And you're going to say, oh my God, that was easy. After you lane it in the black paint, do you have to do the next application into the black paint? What do you mean? Because I did a second one? I'm not sure I don't understand your question. I'm not sure I understood your question. After you lay it in the black paint, do you have to do the next application into black paint? You can do any color you want. Is that what you mean? I think if you're going to do more than one in the same area, I would leave this on and take it off all at once. Oh, a second use. Yeah, you can do a second use. So when we wet this, we have to moisten it again. You never want anything soaking wet. When we get this done, because not only do you want this to be dry, you want your paint to be dry under here too, right? Because you don't want to peel up your paint. So you want to make sure, give it a minute to cool down if you're heat tooling it. I think this one needs a little dry, but you want to make sure your paint is dry underneath as well. And you can usually feel if it's like cool, it's not dry. But after we moisten this and peel it up, which is the best part of this whole, it's so satisfying. You're going to dry it paint side up. Just set it on the floor or wherever and let it dry. It doesn't take long to dry. And then when you're ready to use it again, it's going to have black paint on it, and it may transfer on your other, your next project, but it may not. I've had it where it hasn't. So each use after this one, after the first, it just depends how much came off on it, what kind of paints you used. Now with the sealant, you said before that you use a different color if the black may come through. It may or it may not. It just all depends on a lot of factors. Second time you use it on a different craft, do you need to? So be mindful, if you're using clear coat, you can't use it a second time. You need to use the same color paint. No, you can use whatever color paint you want. Whatever you want. You just have to know there's a possibility the next color could transfer over. But if you did all white, it wouldn't be a problem. But with a clear coat, you can't do it a second time because a clear coat is that. Clear coat is a sealant. You just sealed that paint into the paper, but you can decoupage it. So you can get a second use out of it, but not in a paint inlay aspect, more of a decoupage aspect. Does that make sense? So you got to think of a clear coat as a sealant. So that's why it has to be treated differently. You guys haven't, is there anybody on here who hasn't seen the reveal of this? Anybody on here not seen one of these peeled off before? Oh, I hope it's somebody, because it's so exciting. It's the coolest thing. Angie? Oh, Angie, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. It is really cool. It's actually my #1 viewed pin on Pinterest. It has some, like, their stats are weird over there, but it has like 3 million views of when I was peeling it back on a tray. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You love the reveal. Yes, Shonda does too. Need a drum roll. Yes. All right, let it cool for a second. We're gonna, again, you never want any point where it's soaking wet. You just want things to be moist. You never have seen it either, Gary? All right. Woo! I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. My back hurts. I think I'm passing another stone. The last couple of days I got that. I just that feeling. So if I use white paint on the second use an inlay, the black paint will or will not. It may transfer. So let's see what transfers on this. So whatever comes up, let me get this off and then I'll show you, Robin. I don't know. It depends. Let's do this one first, all right? You could spray it right on here. I'm going to spray it on right on here. Again, we want it moist. And you know when it's wet because you'll see the color again. Maybe I'm going to spray it right on here. You want it moist. Yeah, I don't know if I got one or not. The last one took forever. Oh, I just get those twinges, those feelings like it's coming. Or there's one festering, I should say. Okay, so I gotta get the edges too because... So get the whole thing wet because you laid the paper down in wet paint. So it's not just... you gotta get the whole paper wet. Because it's all stuck in the paint, right? And again, we're not saturating it. We're moistening it. Ooh. And you can see how that's opaque. And this is not. Okay. Let's see if this is. Now, at this point, if there's any resistance, so you dry it and wet it to take it off. Exactly. Exactly. Now, when we peel this off, if there's any tugging or resistance, you stop, collaborate, and listen. No, you're going to stop. You don't want any tugging or pulling. It should come off in a nice, smooth motion. And if you feel the tugging or whatever, just seriously stop and moisten it again. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Here we go. Okay, it's a little tight here. I'm going to moisten it. Hold on. I can see where I didn't get it. Because the paper's stuck in the paint too. All right. Try this again. You still see how much paint is left on there. Look at that. Trippy. Oh, look at that. Is that freaking cool or what? It's trippy. It's like looking into a pond. Look at that. How freaking cool. Right? So you can see right there isn't, you can see through it. That is normal. Like that is a success. That is a successful paint inlay. Here's what it looks like. Look how much paint is still on there. Now see how the black is here? Chances are you may get some on your next one, but probably not because it's not in the paint itself. This will dry in the paper and probably be fine. So when we go to use this again, it's going to look just like this, but it'll be dry. But chances are, if any of your paint happens to get in the inlay, which is very rare, if you got a sopping wet and some got leaked under there because you were using the brayer and it squeezed under there, that could happen, but it's not likely. And it's just likely that this will transfer as is. But see the striations, like I said? That is not a fail. And I think some people see that and think, oh, it didn't work. It did work. It transferred. And like I said, everyone is going to be different because you never know how much is gonna transfer to it. So now I got to get this wet, but don't get that wet because it will smear. So be mindful of that when you're taking your next piece off. That's why in the beginning, just work with one piece, just to get a feel for it. So you don't have to worry about anything being in your way or, causing you to think more than you need to for the first time. Just, you know, do one, cut one out and do it. Get everything wet. Even that. Yeah, the duck was hard because I had to do a bunch of little pieces. Not hard, but it's just a process, you know, just kind of a pain in the ass. But it was worth it because it looked really cool. Popcorn in a movie. Yes. Okay. See how it's all wet? And I'm going to do it this way this time. Okay, you ready? See how, like, it's going nice and smooth? You'll feel it when it tugs. Oh, I got to get this side up. I have to wipe that side. You'll feel it tug. And if it does, just put it back down because you don't want to be picking paper out of your paint. That's miserable. Okay. And try to keep your hands off the paint. That is so freaking cool. Look at that. That one came out really nice. That one came out really nice. Ta-da! Look. See the difference? We did the same thing, right? You saw. We did pretty much the same exact thing to both sides, and you get two different looks. So there's what that one looks like. But there's no black paint on the inlay itself, just on the paper. So chances are it's more like it's stained black than there's actual paint on it. But sometimes, like it happened with me with the jean jacket, I put way too much paint. It was squirting out, and it was a mess. It was just a mess. Let me dry this so you get the full effect. It's just neat. It's just neat. But again, it is not hard, you guys. Yeah, ta-da! It's not hard. Actually, it's two different color blacks. I wonder if my two different... So I used this paint for the... you know, some paints are funny where you can't just fill in a color. You can see it. See how you can see the blacks around my roses? I wonder if it's because I used the new... did 5 inlays on that jacket. No, not that jacket. My first jacket I did. I put way too much paint. I think that's what happened because that's not wet. That's the paint. So I think don't use two different paints. So I'll have to go in and I've never had to do that before. I've never had this happen, but that's the only thing I can come up with. It's the two because I used this to paint it and then finished it off with that. The only thing I can think, because it is dry. Let me see something. I'll have to take a paintbrush and just go in the middle to make it look cohesive. This is why it's important to paint your piece exactly how you want it, but I mean, I didn't expect two different colors, blacks, to come out. And the goat. So that was the guinea pig. I just want to see what that little spot does. If it makes it cohesive or not. It looks like a heart with a collared shirt on, like a preppy heart. Well, that didn't do it either. Look. No, that's weird. I don't know what's happening. It's not wet. It's not really over here. It's got to be something with my paint. It's dry. It's freaking weird. Oh yeah, it is over there. Huh, I don't know why it did that. I can't explain that black paint stuff, but that one came out pretty good. But see how the striations are right there? It could be the wood, but I'm leaning towards it's the paint. Because like I said, I used an old one and a new one. I don't know, and see the striations there. But if yours comes out like that, that is not a fail. So a lot of people will turn around and sand it to look old like that, but that don't consider that a fail. That is exceptional. So maybe once it's sealed, it won't be noticeable. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, it just caught my eye. I'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But that's a paint inlay. Looks pretty on the black. It didn't really come out as beautiful as I envisioned. Now it's upside down. Gotta go that way. But I just wanted you guys to get the gist and know that they're not hard. I mean, fine line crackle is harder than this. Fine line crackle is probably the hardest freaking, and that's not hard. That's a process, and that's a process you got to follow strict, or it's not going to work. Sand the transfer to make it look old. Right. So when I could seal it right now, I could take it outside and just give it a psh, and then I could come in here and brush any kind of sealant on here I want. You just got to do the initial psh, psh, let it dry. It doesn't have to be a heavy coat, just a little bit. Psh, and then you can brush paint or brush clear coat anything you want on it. Just initially, let me show you. I'm not going to do it on here. Let me see if I can do it on here. I'm going to try to smear this stem. Let's see if it'll work. Well, I think it'll only work. I have one I showed you guys live. Hold on. Maybe I threw it out. Hold on. I got all my samples in here. Oh yeah, here it is. So we did this paint inlay live a while back. This was right when I put the inlay down. I licked my finger and I did that. Actually, I don't think this one has been sealed. Let's see if it... look. This was months ago. My finger is... Hold on. I'm going to lick my finger again. See? It reactivates it. So, that's just my spit. I use the texture stamp on top, sealing it to look like crackle. Yeah, you could go over this with a texture stamp or vintage texture to make it look crackled. Yeah, that would be pretty. So that's what will happen if you take your brush and Mod Podge and try to do this. That's what will happen. So I know it seems weird in your head. Why would it do that? It's dry, but it reactivates it somehow. But I have seen people very delicately like put it on. You could try it. They've had success with it. They didn't confess. I mean, that camera I think is forgiving in sometimes, so I don't know if it did smudge and they just didn't say, "Oh my God, it's smudged," and they played it off as fine. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to do that. So that will happen if you don't seal it. So now you know. You'd cry. Yeah, I know. It happened. My dumb ass on the first jean jacket I did. I remember I was trying to use the end of the textile. The textile Pentart textile jar was empty, so I was slamming it on the jean jacket, trying to get every last ounce out of it. And the first swipe I did, and it smeared, and I was like, "No!" I forgot to seal it, so I had to wipe it all off. It was a mess. What? I'd like to see that. Tracy, have you tried that? Doing the crackle stamp over it? Yeah, we have done that. We have done that. Not over this one, but yeah, we have. We have. Yeah, there's a lot of inlays on YouTube. You can search, well, you can look on I have a playlist for Pentar or IOD transfers. You're very welcome, Luann. But you can also search on Facebook, IOD paint inlays or just paint inlays, and then go to video, and then you should see my mug. I probably have, I'm going to guess, 25 paint inlay videos between the two platforms, maybe even more. So there's a lot of them out there, but it's the same process every time. But don't let it intimidate you. You are in charge, and you can do this. You can totally do this. It's not hard. That was not hard. You're welcome, Barbara. Like, it's just flat surface, smooth surface, smooth surface, smooth surface, wet paint. Put it down. Mush it in there. Moisten it. Dry it. Moisten it. Peel it off. Spray it. Done. Okay? Yeah, I don't think I would like those legs down the side, or the sides down the leg, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do another one Tuesday for Facebook because they're too stubborn to come on YouTube to learn, so. Yeah, don't forget a step. You got to write this stuff down. Bring the video up and do it together. Do it with me. Pretend like we're live. And, skip to the next. What is that, a bug on my head? Like a fly or a flea or a gnat? What the hell? Bugs love me. Yeah, I'll craft with you. I'm picking this resin off. When you're ready to do it, bring this video up and pause it and fast forward whenever you need to. Rewind. Do all the things. You got this. All right, y'all. Have an amazing night. Y'all stay safe, stay warm. Until next time, I'll see you all Tuesday on Facebook at 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's what I do when you do something watching. Yeah, I've done it too. So, yeah, sweet dreams, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Stay safe. Stay warm. Bye, guys.